Good morning, millennials.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy Friday. Hope everybody is having a great day as we head into the weekend. Hello, Jacqueline Follet. Jacqueline Follet, how are you?
Hi, Claudia. I am okay at this very moment because right before we started recording just now, I happened upon our Talk Shop live stream from Wednesday night. I never thought about it again after we recorded it. And so I just started to watch a few minutes just to see what the fuck did we do on there.
It's all a haze.
Per usual, it was so buoying and cute. And then I went right from that to start recording with you. So it kind of put me in a better mood than I would have been in.
Okay, that's good. That's good. This episode is podcast only. Jackie and I are both not in the studio today. So if you're looking for the YouTube video, you'll be looking for a while.
You'll be looking till Monday.
And we are going to just, dive in, do the stories, do our best to remain buoying forces in this ever chaotic and disappointing world.
Yes, but it is more important than ever that we have things in which to buoy us.
Mm-hmm. What's buoying you in the last 24 hours?
It's a great question. That's a great question. I haven't really gotten into watching anything, maybe because I'm not at home with my TV, so it would just be a production to have to turn something on. So I haven't watched anything other than my phone. But I look forward to, actually, one of our stories today is a piece of content that I hope to find buoying. It's a new show coming out.
Okay, do you want to?
No, I don't want to. Nope. Because then we'll talk about it. Because we both are going to feel strongly about it. And I just want to save it for the stories. Because the stories need all the meat that they can get.
Got it. Okay. No, that's fair. It's becoming increasingly difficult to find topics to talk about.
Yeah, but we did it. We did
it.
What's buoying you?
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much. You.
Yeah. My people.
You are buoying me, Jax.
My people are buoying me. And Turdy Lou is one of my peeps.
And what about Trudy Lou?
Always. Of course. She doesn't have that edge that Turdy has.
Yeah, so would you say Turdy greater than Trudy?
Yes, I would. No offense to Trudy. I've just known Turdy longer.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Would you say that?
Definitely. I don't really associate myself with Trudy. I really don't
know her.
I don't know her. I don't feel like I don't identify with her. No.
She's kind of like a case of mistaken identity.
Yeah, no, and Trudy becomes me. Trudy tried. Trudy was trying too hard. Do you know what I mean?
Sad for Trudy.
Sad for Trudy Lou, but not sad for Turdy Lou.
No, Turdy kills it.
Without question.
Without question. So we're here to buoy you into the weekend. I hope, everyone has some lovely weekend plans to buoy themselves. I look forward to the weekend. This has obviously been an incredibly hard week, period. A lot going on. So just, also working through it, doing the show and all of that. It's just a lot. So I'm looking forward to a few days off to just reflect and not have to talk all the time.
Agreed. I think, like you said, processing what happened to our people is honestly a form of trauma, and then having to talk through those feelings publicly is very scary because it's a vulnerable thing, and then of course then you have everyone giving their thoughts on your thoughts. I don't care. I'm just experiencing my own thing right now, and we're all just doing our best. So any sort of commentary I'm not interested in, but it is the job. And I do feel like you said, it's an important role. But I'd be lying if I didn't say it was extremely challenging to get up and do the show every day this week. Every day was harder than the next.
Yeah, and every day was a different range of emotions. But I did feel throughout the week I felt more determined to do it when I saw, how much positive feedback we were getting from people who really needed episodes that that could wade into lightheartedness, but also acknowledge what happened. Like, I feel proud of what we're doing.
Yeah.
But we're just human, you know, and we're doing our best. And the thing is, I think people forget, as much as like our show is amazing and we crush it, like, we're not trained journalists. Like, we're not professionals. Like, we're just like girls. Like,
we're just girls.
We're just girls who are just trying our best, and our best fucking rocks.
I completely agree.
We don't have, like, you know, like the training for, you know, on the ground report, like
this sort of thing.
We're just emo girls.
Yeah, no, we're just girls like who are deeply, deeply proud of our heritage, and our heritage is the exact, and like our people are the exact thing that's like it's like up for debate right now.
Yeah.
And it's been traumatizing. Like, seriously, like having to explain and defend myself. But unfortunately, it's also like extremely important because it's not registering for a lot of people.
No, and for us, it's like the only thing that matters, whether or not our people have a right to exist. Like,
right.
Everything else sort of falls by the wayside.
Literally everything else falls by the wayside. And if it weren't for just like this insane determination to get involved and speak on behalf of the people who can't speak on behalf of themselves, then like we wouldn't be doing the show this week. I would have taken this week off. But like,
right.
That's not an option.
No, it's not an option. And when you think about it, it's like, no, we have to go on. We have to live. Like, life can't stop. That's exactly what they want. Like, we have to forge ahead, no matter how hard it is. But you put one foot in front of the other. In the words of Princess Anna, do the next right thing.
Yeah. I like that. Do the next right thing.
It's a song. You should listen to it. You'll cry.
From Frozen?
From Frozen 2.
I never fucked with Frozen 2.
Frozen 2, less than Frozen 1.
Is there a 2 of anything that's better than 1, in your opinion?
Yes, we have this conversation all the time. I need to start a list.
You need to start a list.
There are some 2s that are better than 1s.
2 is better than 1. That album, that Boys Like Girls album, I don't know if they ever released like another work of art besides that one album, because I only know that one. And it's like that black cover where, like, you know, what was that song? I used to be love drunk, but now I'm hungover. That album carried me for a great period of my life.
It buoyed you?
It buoyed me. I need to see what other songs were on that album, because
I need to go to thesaurus.com for the word buoy.
Oh my God. Okay, so I was talking to my friend Abe, and by the way, all most of the people in my life who are, you know, I've known for a really long time, like, listen to The Toast intermittently, but so many of them have been like, I've listened to every single episode this week, like, I just needed it. And I was talking to my friend Abe yesterday about buoying, and he was like, by the way, I meant to tell you, and he wasn't being like condescending, he's just like much smarter than me. He was like, when you were asking Jackie for like a definition of buoying, you said, oh, like tethered. And he's like, tethering is like an antonym for buoying is afloat, and tethered is like down.
Is an anchor.
Right.
Oh, that's
like
funny.
Similar concept, but complete antonym.
No, but also, I was thinking about it more after we had that conversation on the show, and like, you need to be buoyed when you're drowning.
Yes.
And we're drowning.
Yeah.
But when you're on land, like, we all, you know, gravity, we're 2 feet on the ground.
Yeah.
So you actually need to be tethered when you're, like, you know,
when you're high up, like when you've lost a grip with reality.
Right. But yes, they are kind of antonyms, but you weren't saying they were the same word. You were saying, I know what you were saying. Yeah. He just doesn't know you like I know you.
No, he doesn't know me like you know me.
He doesn't know Turdy's brain.
Also, just like you go.
Buoy, it means to make light or encourage. So I'm trying to see, other words would be like support, raise, prop. Honestly, buoy's the right word, yeah.
Could it be an uglier word? Buoy?
No, and like the way it's spelled.
Buoying?
Buoy.
Yeah, like
buoy.
Buoy.
Yeah, buoy. The person who invented the word buoy did not know how much we were about to use it on the show.
No, and how much weight it would carry for the Jewish people.
Yeah.
I'd like to shake his hand. Or her.
Him, probably.
Yeah.
Probably was invented a long time ago, the word, right around the time of the Tower of Babel.
No, and like it's a very maritime-esque word, and I just feel like back then, even now it's a male-dominated industry, but certainly back then.
Sailing is for the men.
100%.
We've all read It Happened One Summer.
Oh my God. It's actually crazy how like I don't think of fishing or boats or like the ocean without thinking of that insane pornographic book. Like it's insane. Like the imprint, it left an indelible mark on me.
It imprinted on you?
It imprinted on me. It's insane.
Honestly, same. It's like really the smuttiest book I ever read, and like I'm like good with that being like my, you know, I don't need, nothing's ever gonna top it. I'm always gonna compare it to that, and like so every other smut book sucks.
Okay, and by the way, that was my intro to smut, and you recommended it to me, and you didn't even say, I wasn't sure, I didn't know smut from anything. You were like, it's a romance book, like it's cute. You were like, it's a little raunchy. When I was reading this book and this man stuck his thumb up her ass, I was like, Jackie did not fucking read this. Like, there's
Claudia,
no way on God's green diddly dally earth that Jackie. I'm like, I literally bought the wrong book on Kindle.
Claudia, I told you so many times, and I think I used the word spicy or porny. That was before like I really knew smut.
Jackie, that was the first. It's a gateway drug because every person.
It's a gateway drug.
Every single person, I won't say their names because they deserve their privacy, but like people we all know, like public figures, I'm like the smut girl. And so whether it's for their book club or they just like want to get into smut or they're like taking, you know, like a honeymoon or something, they're like, give me smut recommendations. I'm new to the craft. And I have like a list and stuff. And I always give them. It happened one summer. I said, this is a gateway drug. Come to mommy when you're finished and I'll give you your next feeding, okay?
Your next dose.
No, and they're right. They're like, this is the best book ever.
No, it's seriously such a good book. It needs to be made into a movie.
And if you guys are looking for some sort of like smut breakdown, I actually did one. It was humiliating. I did one on the Patreon. It's like a 30-minute long video and podcast episode where I go through every smut book I've ever read, give you like my absolute must reads. I give grades in terms of like plot, grades in terms of like spice. So there's like a full breakdown. Honestly, like I did that for the girls. Like that episode now lives forever and we can always go back and reference it.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's honestly a great episode.
No, and when I was recording it, like I was deeply ashamed. Like
you do it for the girlies.
It was just like it was awkward.
Yeah, I could see it going that way. So I think it's time, you know, it's Friday. I want to get you guys on your way.
Yeah.
And I feel like without further ado.
Yes, before you do, just a reminder to everyone, mostly, you know, anyone listening, particularly our Jewish listeners, to be extra just cautious and vigilant this weekend. You never know. I don't want to like fearmonger, but, you know, people are talking about threats.
The mongerers are fearful.
And I just think we could, nobody ever regretted being extra cautious.
Yes. But also live your life, live it well, live it proudly.
That's, Jackie, that's beautiful.
Thank you, Turtaloo. Without further ado about Turtaloo, here are the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by the State Farm Personal Price Plan. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create a plan that gives you options, so you get an affordable price, and it comes with a lot of benefits like the coverage you want, a policy that helps cover what's important to you, and an affordable price made just for you. Because after all, isn't life better when you can personalize your experience? I mean, that's kind of one of the core tenets here at Toast University. Like, life is so personal, comedy is so personal, food is so personal, poetry is so personal, podcasting is so personal. So think about it like this. What do your music playlists, podcast feeds, social media scrolls all have in common? Well, they're a reflection of you. So we all know my social media is full of girls sharing their Ozempic journeys. Jackie's is full of mommy content. Like, even two girls who are so similar, even we're so different. And that's what the State Farm Personal Price Plan is all about. It gives you options to help personalize your coverage so that you can protect what you care about most at an affordable price just for you. So you can see more of yourself in everything you love, and that's what's so fabulous about State Farm, because Jackie and I feel like two girls more similar have never existed. But when it comes to our insurance needs, I mean, Jackie's a homeowner. Jackie has a Tesla. She has 2 cars. I barely have 1. So, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com today to create your State Farm Personal Price Plan. Prices vary by state, options selected by customer, availability, and eligibility may vary. Now, let me do that one more time. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com today to create your State Farm Personal Price Plan. Today's episode is also brought to you by Thrive Market, our go-to for all of our grocery and household essentials, and the convenience of getting everything online and then quickly shipped to our door is a huge time saver. Jackie, as a Thrive Market member, tell everyone how you save money on every single grocery order and some of your favorite products.
Thrive Market has the best prices and the best products. Everything that they sell is healthy. So many organic products, clean products, better for you products. You know, we all want some chocolate, but we don't want all the chemicals associated with it. And if you're going to get anything on Thrive Market, you know it is the best possible version of the food that you want to eat. I get all of my pantry items from Thrive Market, cooking, what is it called? Like cooking tools, olive oil, avocado oil, oil sprays, spices, everything from Thrive Market because it's just the best version of whatever I need to get. We get all of our snacks for the family, kids included from Thrive Market. You can feel so good about giving your kids food if it came from Thrive Market. Like it has just been amazing. And I don't have to lug groceries from the grocery store, which is my favorite part.
So whether you're looking for certified gluten-free snacks, low-sugar alternatives, non-toxic cleaning products, you can curate your own shopping experience with the click of a button and trust that it's made with the highest quality ingredients and sourcing methods. And when you join Thrive Market, you're also helping a family in need with their 1-for-1 membership matching program. So join in on the savings with Thrive Market today and get 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. Go to thrivemarket.com/thetoast for 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. That's THRIVE market.com/thetoast. thrivemarket.com/thetoast.
Great. Thank you so much.
What can I say except yad ugly?
So our first story is our only really war story officially. You never know where combos are going to take us. But 700 notable Hollywood figures sign an open letter in support of Israel. So
Jackie.
What?
Did you read all the names on the list?
I did. Well, not all of them because a lot of them are behind the scenes people.
One of them is your sister.
Claudia Oshry?
Yeah, I wasn't included on any of the...
You're not in the headlines.
No, and they're click this link to see all the other 700, the losers, the 675 losers. That's me. Your girl is there. But yeah, I was left out. Not to make, the war in Israel about me, but I was left off the list of Hollywood elites.
Well, it's so interesting because I saw that there was this letter and I really wanted to see everyone who was on it. But then I kept seeing these articles written about it where they plucked out, the famous people.
The need to know.
The need to know. There's not that many, but it's worth knowing who they are. So Gal Gadot, Jerry Seinfeld, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Chris Pine are among the signees who condemned the Palestinian terrorist group Hamas's attack, saying this is terrorism, this is evil, very unequivocally standing with Israel. Mayim Bialik also signed, Liev Schreiber, Amy Schumer, and Michael Douglas. The usuals.
No, there's there's two surprising people on this list, and there should be way more. The first is Chris Pine. That's my king right there. Anything he needs, I'll be there for him.
And he just busted out of the Chris list because now he's the good
different.
Chris.
He's different than all of the Chris's. And the other who wasn't plucked from the headline, but I was so nosy, I went and read the whole list. Bella Thorne.
Oh my God, I saw Bella Thorne's Instagram yesterday. I followed her yesterday. Girly is crushing it.
Yeah, I was surprised. I feel like if you don't really want to make a statement on social media, which is understandable, I feel like signing this letter amongst a bunch of your peers is actually a pretty good way to take a stand without, I guess, opening yourself up to backlash.
Yeah.
And so I was surprised that more people didn't use this as look, I'm here. Bye.
Yeah. Check the box.
Yeah.
You don't, because not everyone needs to post everything on social media, as we discussed. There are a lot of celebrities who I don't even know if they have Instagram. Like Adam Sandler, we were saying.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is a good way to,
get in the game. Community.
Get in the game without mucking up your highly curated social media feed that's run by an agency and you don't even have the password to.
Right. So I was surprised it wasn't more fabulous.
Yeah, so here are some other names that we know. Deborah Messing.
It's a lot of big time directors, producers,
yes,
whose
there's
names
behind the scenes people who we don't know, but there are other notable names. Deborah Messing, Ryan Murphy,
yes,
Zachary Levi, Shazam.
The thing is, Zachary Levi and Zachary Quinto are the same exact people to me,
and they're both industry plans.
Wait, I just found out something crazy. Shit, I need to remember it. Hold on.
Okay, so should I hold off on continuing?
Yes, because
the list?
Hold on. No, maybe it's not Zachary Levi. Hold on. Maybe it's Zachary Quinto. Wait. I found something out. Okay. And I can't remember. I feel like it was one of the Zacharys had like another famous person as their sister. Like it was maybe it was Quinto. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? No, it wasn't Quinto. Okay, I think maybe. Yes. Oh no. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Let me know when you're done with this.
I'm done.
Brain fart.
By the way, did anybody else find something out, like Hollywood sibling related recently with a man named Zachary? Or does anybody have any idea what I'm talking about? I found it out and I was like, no way.
No. Maybe a sibling, but not a Zachary.
Okay. I feel like I was on the phone with you when I found it out.
I feel like we're not going to be able to grasp this.
I have no details.
It's too far away.
I have no details to find the origin.
We're not getting warmer.
No, we're never going to find out what I'm thinking.
No,
about.
we will in a few weeks.
No, I think seriously, it's one of those things that entered my brain, never to return again.
Okay, let me continue.
Yeah, sorry.
Deborah Messing, Ryan Murphy, Zachary Levi, Sharon Osbourne, George Lopez.
Who's going to clean your toilet, Donald Trump?
Claudia, that's buoying me.
I watched that video last night.
I made Zach watch it last night because I was rolling around on the bed when you sent me this meme of Kelly Osbourne on the golden toilet. I was raffle mowing. And Zach didn't know what I was talking about. So I was like, okay, you have to watch this clip and then you have to look at this accompanying meme.
By the way, so I watched the clip again last night. And the craziest thing about the clip is right before Kelly says that thing, Rosie Perez is saying how just racist remarks are not helpful to the rhetoric, at all. And Kelly's like, I agree. And think about this. Who's gonna clean your toilet? Says the most fucking racist thing right after Rosie Perez was racist and outlandish remarks are not moving the needle here.
Yeah, and you just could tell Kelly had that zinger in her head, so she probably wasn't even listening to the comment before hers because she was waiting to say her thing. And when she said it, it's mic drop, and
then she's like, instead, oh no.
Instead, it's crickets.
She's like, no, that, come on. How else could somebody receive that? It was insane. Honestly, that clip can and should be studied by a team of experts. It's human nature at its worst.
Oh my goodness. Continuing the list. Diane Warren, Howie Mandel, Julian Edelman, and then everyone else I don't know.
Okay.
So
and
they're
Claudia
behind
Oshry.
the scenes peeps.
And Claudia Oshry. I was on the list, I swear.
I believe that you were on the list.
If you want to go and
here's the whole letter. I made it to the whole letter. I'm sure there are people on this list that I would actually find interesting.
It goes alphabetical at the end.
Sure it does.
No, it does. I really should have led with my middle name because I'm all the way at the bottom with Oshry.
Emmanuel Chikri. She should have been in the headlines.
She should have been in the headlines.
Okay. I can scan this later. Anyways, so that was some good news.
But do you see me?
Oh, let me use the search bar. Yep. Comedian and podcast host. That's Josh Peck. There's Chris Pine. Billy Porter.
Oh, by the way,
why isn't he in the article?
Why isn't he in the article? TNN hasn't posted a statement, but I want everyone to know TNN stands firmly with Israel.
Yeah, I was worried, where does the network stand?
Yeah. Just wanted to clear up that sort of scandal.
Okay, I'll let you know if I see anyone else, but we're going to move on from this. Anyways, just thought that was interessant. Thank you to these 700 people. And I also think, if you don't know, what to do PR-wise, that would have been a good way
to mark yourself as safe from I don't know
from the toast.
From us. We've become those people. I really need to stop. I do, but I can't. I'm so in it.
It's just because we give these people so much time and energy on our show.
Yeah.
I feel if we didn't do the show, I don't know to what degree I would care what celebrities are doing, but I just need to know who we are going to continue to support if they don't support us existing,
Yeah.
Our next story, just some tea from the J sisters. Sophie Turner
Oh, yeah.
Sophie Turner unfollows Priyanka Chopra on Instagram amid her divorce with Joe Jonas. So there's drama among the J sisters as Sophie has unfollowed Nick's wife Priyanka on Instagram amid her divorce from Joe. However, she continues to follow Nick, Kevin, and his wife Danielle, as well as her estranged husband Joe. So this is tea. This is like, I've been waiting to unfollow you. Or this is like she's not liking how Priyanka is behaving in the divorce.
Ooh.
Tea. Hot. In the words of Sophie Turner, and that's the tea.
And that's the... I miss when she used to do that. That was cute.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like this is a story like we would have started hearing about. Like if there was beef between the J sisters, like long withstanding, this is something that would have gotten leaked like that because that's so interesting. Like the two famous wives.
Not if it wasn't ever a blow up and more so like an undercurrent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe if they had like a screaming match, so one of the handlers would have leaked it.
Right.
But if they just never liked each other,
they spend a lot of time together. Like on tour with the guys, like they're like a tight-knit family.
So
that's shocking. Mm-hmm. I had seen this headline and I just assumed she unfollowed all of them. So I was like, they're just making a thing out of Priyanka. But no, to single her out, I can't talk anymore. To single her out, I need to know.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever know, but this is an interesting nugget.
It is.
And so do with that information what you will.
I will do with that information what I will.
Are you ready for our next story? Some more sibling drama.
Mm-hmm.
Noah Cyrus is calling out her sister Miley for a shady interview, saying the disrespect. So Noah Cyrus posted a comment like on a TikTok video of Miley on Joe Rogan where Miley is talking about her little sis Noah, and Noah commented the disrespect in this video, ... So the clip in question showed Miley chatting with Joe Rogan about her siblings on his show in September 2020. He asked Miley whether Noah's experience growing up in her shadow had deterred her from chasing a career in Hollywood. And Miley said, you either go one way or the other. And she noted that her sister wants that life in the spotlight. She said, she's got a record out that I love called The End of Everything. And it's the most depressing EP you'll ever listen to. She's 20 years old. She's emo. She's like an emo kid. And Joe asked if she was emo because she grew up on the road with Miley. And Miley was like, yeah, that's what it is. She has a song where she's like, my sister's like sunshine, it'll follow her wherever she goes, but I'm more like a rain cloud. You know, she has this idea of Miley, to which Joe commented that Noah should perhaps go to a doctor, and Miley said she is. We all go to the doctor a lot. We have a doctor on salary.
Okay. I feel like I don't think this is the case, but I do think some could interpret that comment as like sister. Like I would leave a comment like that on Margot's TikTok, like the disrespect of this video. But they're talking about like deeply like personal things of Noah when it's an interview for Miley. But why comment on it 3 years later?
Maybe, I mean, those interviews are long. I doubt she watched the whole thing. You know?
But I feel like that would have like been like a pull quote and a headline from the interview when it was released at the time.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't watch the whole thing. And so the one person who watches it, they probably got a different, headline. And then every single news organization writes the exact same story. I could see how a comment like this could just slide out under the radar. Because really, there's nothing here. She said she's an emo kid. Her EP is depressing. If you listen to her music, you know that. There's not much
that was
here.
Her aesthetic for a while.
I feel like it still is her aesthetic. Maybe she's talking about Joe Rogan being disrespectful because he's saying she needs to go to the doctor.
Oh, I guess you're right. She's not pointing who is being disrespectful. It could be Joe.
Yeah, because I didn't think Miley was being so disrespectful. She said she has an amazing EP out. It's just depressing. But, I feel like that's Noah's, vibe. That's not a shock to hear that.
Right, that's not a negative thing to say, a critique.
Yeah, that's just an obvious thing to say. But I also agree. I could see you commenting this on someone's video. I don't know if they're close enough that they, make barbs like that, but it could be a nothing burger or it could be a something burger.
But context is important because Tish just got married to the guy from Prison Break.
Okay.
Miley was there. Brandy was there. I don't believe Noah was there. Like, I think the family is experiencing some sort of bregues.
Mm-hmm.
And this just kind of furthers my thoughts on that.
Yeah, in which case, that's just, like, not where you go with your anger towards your family, is the comment section of a TikTok.
No, you should never go there with anything, let alone, like, dirty laundry.
Yeah.
Do you think, like, when we were growing up, if I had been cast in Hannah Montana and, like, become this major super... Well, I'm younger than you, so I guess, okay, if you had, like, gone on to become, like, a star of, like, a huge franchise, like, how would that have impacted me?
I think
I would have been, like, insanely jealous.
It depends on the person. You would have been if you, like, wanted to get into the industry, but on the other hand, like, you would have had a foot in the industry.
Think of, like, who I was as a kid. Like, attention-seeking, loud, singing, dancing. Like, yeah, I would have been jealous, like, filled with rage.
Yeah. I don't think so. Maybe jealous, but not filled with rage. Like, you could be jealous of someone or, like, you know,
yes,
want that same thing that they have without being, like, bad, you know?
While also being happy for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, like, we're the type of family where it's like, oh, Jackie got a show, write a role for Claudia, Margot, and Olivia.
Right. Her little sister wants to be an actress, too.
Like, I have to imagine if Noah was, like, really into it at the time, they were bringing on everyone. Like, there was literally not a single person wasn't on an episode of Hannah Montana.
Right. I feel like she was involved in some way, but she was also really young.
Really young. Because Miley was really young.
Yeah. No, Miley's done everything for her.
Yeah, like, seriously.
Like, let's get a grip.
Let's get a grip. It's also really crazy, like, how famous... Well, actually, is it crazy? Think of Nepo babies who out-Nepo'd their parent. You know, like, Miley is more famous. We weren't really alive for, like, Billy Ray Cyrus's peak, but I know he was a one-hit wonder.
It happens sometimes that the Nepo babies supersede.
Hailey Bieber.
Yeah.
I would say Gwyneth Paltrow out-Nepo'd her mother.
Yeah.
But then there's Nepo, like, kids who aren't from, like, famous parents, but they're from, like, very well-connected rich parents, which is different, like Jonah Hill.
Gracie Abrams.
Right. No, but she'll never out Nepo J.J. Abrams. Like, he's...
I just saw a headline about them today in People magazine. That's why she was top of mind. She sings, right?
She does. I actually saw a tweet about her that went viral because, like, it was a list. She submitted a bunch of her music and from this year for different Grammys, and so it was just a list, like, here's what Gracie Abrams put up for consideration, and it was like her album of the year, and it was just like this, like, it was just a lot of her music in, like, enormous categories, and people were tweeting like, this is crazy. Like, I know one song, I think, part of me wants to walk away till you really listen, and honestly, I actually feel like she doesn't even sing that. Hold on. Oh, it is Gracie Abrams. Okay, I was right. I just feel like there's so many, like, young teeny bopper girls who look like Gracie Abrams and sing like Gracie. Like,
yeah,
there are McAlpine. I know you don't know her, but, like, she had "And It's Over," and you're driving me home. Like, tell me that's not Gracie Abrams.
No, there are a lot of them right now, but the cream will rise and it will sort through itself soon.
Gracie Abrams' core is a thing.
Yeah, but is it even Gracie who started it?
That's a great question.
I feel like it's not.
I feel like it was like Phoebe Bridgers.
It's like Olivia Rodrigo core.
No, it's not. Because these girls, like, don't make pop music. It's like, it's literally depressed girl, like,
Noah Cyrus core?
No, she's emo. This is different. This is just, like, poetic, emotional, teenage, girly music that can only be listened to in the car.
You're literally describing Olivia Rodrigo, though she did transcend poetic.
But, like, you pop your pussy to Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, but think of, like, Driver's License. That was just her.
Yes,
and her
Driver's
Notebook.
License was very Gracie Abrams coded.
Right, so I feel like she started it, she's branched out, but people are doing the Driver's License bit.
Wait, and speaking
like
of...
reading from their diaries and singing it.
Do you know the song Lacey on Olivia Rodrigo's album?
No.
It's just about, like, a girl named Lacey who, like, Olivia Rodrigo's so jealous of. Like, I want to be Lacey. Lacey, oh, Lacey, have I told you lately? Like, you're beautiful and I want to be you and I hate you. And there's, like, a big conspiracy theory that Lacey is Gracie Abrams. Gracie Lacey.
So there is.
No, there could be something there. And then like Gracie Abrams was opening for Taylor, and like honestly, in another world, that should have been Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah. Yeah. Our next story is the bit of content news that I hope buoys me.
Is it the bit of content news that you hope buoys you? That's brought to you by BetterHelp?
Yes.
Thank God. Well, have you ever felt like your brain is getting in its own way? You know, you just can't help yourself. Like, you know what you should do, you know what's good for you, but you just physically cannot do it. Therapy helps you figure out what's holding you back so you can work for yourself instead of against yourself. If you've ever, been thinking about giving therapy a try, you find it kind of intimidating, highly recommend BetterHelp. BetterHelp is done entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. How it works is you'll fill out a questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. So it being done entirely online means that you can communicate with your therapist in whatever medium makes you feel less awkward. So you can text, you can phone call, you can video call. And a huge part of therapy is, sometimes it takes 2 or 3 therapists till you feel like you found the right match for you. And in person, that can be extremely awkward. With BetterHelp, it's so easy to switch. It's not awkward at all. Like, they totally get it. And you can switch until you find someone who you feel really comfortable with. So make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/toast to get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/toast, betterhelp.com/toast. If you're experiencing, the world around is just like difficult enough. There's never a bad time to just start taking care of yourself. And if you take care of a lot of people in your life and you find yourself being thrown to the wayside, take care of yourself with BetterHelp. Today's episode is also brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your own terms. It's 2023, like, girl, you need a website. And it can't be janky and weird, and not everyone has like $1 million to spend on a fancy computer science team of engineers. And that's where Squarespace comes in. If you want to get a website up off the ground, whether you have like a side business or you work in e-commerce, whatever your reasoning is, you're a photographer who wants to showcase a stunning portfolio online, whatever your reasoning is for needing a website, Squarespace has the template for you. They will get you up and running, and they have all these different features that are going to make your website work best for you. So an asset library, you can upload, organize, and access all your content on Squarespace websites. You're able to manage all your files from one central hub and use them across the platform. You can sell custom merch, create a passive income stream that engages your audience and scales your brand. Of course, e-commerce, you can create an online store with Squarespace, and their flexible website templates are fabulous, and you can get started with one of them today with designs for every category and use case, and customize it. It's totally customizable. You can update your content and add features to fit your unique needs. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/toast, and you'll save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. That's squarespace.com/toast.
Claudia, while you've been reading the ads, I've been going through the list to see if there were any more notable names. And I have a name for you that's going to send you into another stratosphere.
Okay. Should we do Guess Who?
No, you couldn't if you tried.
Okay.
Joyce Gerard.
No.
Yeah. Sign the letter.
Iconic one-season wonder?
Iconic one-season Wiccan wonder.
No, that's not Wiccan. That's Carlton Jebbia.
Oh.
You're thinking of Joyce, who...
Yeah.
I think she was a pageant queen.
Yeah,
Her and Brandy did not get along.
Yeah. No, I conflated her with Carlton because they came on for one season together and then they left.
Yeah, I actually think Carlton was 2 seasons, but I agree. They're the same era of housewife history.
Yes. Also, Helen Mirren is on the list.
Queen. Why wasn't she in the headline?
I don't know. There's a few names that didn't make the headline that I think. AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys greater than NSYNC.
By the way, Helen Mirren is not shocking. Like, if you're if you're like a Jewish person, you know Helen Mirren's a queen. She just played Golda Meir in the movie Golda Meir, who was the first female prime minister of Israel. I heard the movie was fab. I haven't seen it.
And she's in Woman in Gold. She does a lot of work to further Jewish causes.
Woman in Gold. I need to see that.
Oh my God, Claudia. You need to see it.
I know.
How have you not seen it?
Because, for a very long time, anything that was even remotely intellectually stimulating or historical was not my cup of tea. But I'm growing, Jackie. I'm evolving. I'm doing better.
You are. You're obsessed now.
Obsessed. Even though I have not been able to read. What?
You know who signed the letter?
Who?
Eliza Schlesinger.
Okay. She's Jewish.
No, I know, but that's just worth noting.
It is worth noting, like, when Jews do the bare minimum. Yeah.
No, because we were hard on her about that Joe Rogan interview. That was...
Oh, we were. We didn't like, we thought that episode was cringe.
We didn't enjoy it.
But you know what? That's my queen right there.
That's my queen right there. Okay, let's get into our fifth and final story, which you're actually not going to care about, but me and a cult following...
That's kind of the theme of this week. Like, stories nobody cares about.
No. That's not why you're not going to care. You're not going to care because this is a show with a cult following that you're not a part of, but that I happened to watch when it was on, and I happen to be rewatching.
Okay.
And that's Community.
Yeah, no, never got into it. Olivia's fucking obsessed.
She is?
Sorry, Parenthood. I get confused with, like, one-worded TV shows that are 30 minutes long.
No, so Community fans... They're mighty. Community's actually going to be made into a movie. Zach and I are rewatching Community right now. It's like what we watch at night while we're waiting for like Charlie to go to sleep for the night. And it is so...
That's Joel McHale, right?
Joel McHale, yeah.
At the community college?
Yeah. Claudia...
Me and Ben started it once, like one episode, and it wasn't for me.
Claudia, it's for you. You absolutely need to watch it. It's literally so funny. Joel McHale, though, was on Mark Maron's WTF podcast, and he was weighing in on Chevy Chase's recent diss of Community.
I'm sorry. He was weighing in on whose?
Chevy Chase.
Chevy?
Yeah, his name's spelled Chevy.
It's Chevy.
Okay, well, Chevrolet has co-opted the name.
Chevy Chase. I'm obsessed.
Don't make fun of me for pronunciations because I learned it by reading it.
No, and it's confusing. Like a Chevy is a car, but Chevy.
Right. So Chevy Chase recently like kind of slammed.
Wait, sorry, I can't. I like keep interrupting you. Is Chevy Chase in the show?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Caddyshack, Chevy Chase, icon. He's a big part of the show. It's an ensemble cast. It's really Joel McHale's show, but everyone else is pretty equal. He had a really like funny character role, but he actually said that Community wasn't funny enough for him ultimately. He said, I felt a little bit constrained. Everybody had their bits and I thought they were all good. It just wasn't hard hitting enough for me. When asked about his character, millionaire Pierce Hawthorne, Chevy added, I didn't mind the character. I just felt that I felt happier being alone. I just didn't want to be surrounded by that table every day with those people. It was too much. So Joe McHale was just on WTF podcast, and he was like, I mean, we weren't sentenced to that show. It was like, all right, you could have left if you really wanted that. Yeah, and he said the feeling's mutual, bud. He stopped hurting my feelings in 2009. Worth noting that Chevy Chase was fired for Community for using a racial slur in, what year was that?
Oh my God, T.
Yeah, and Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Gambino, got his start on Community. And he has spoken about Chevy Chase being, like, disrespectful and racist towards him.
Oh my God,
and Chevy Chase's character, Pierce Hawthorne, is, like, an old racist. Yeah.
Maybe he was method acting.
Literally.
Oh my God, wait, that's crazy. If this show, like, was more popular, like, people, like, this would have been a bigger story. I feel like it's probably just, like, within the community.
Yes, but it has such a crazy following, the show Community. Like, it's even coming back for a movie on Peacock.
Maybe give it another chance. Like, I remember just me and Ben were like, maybe you were talking about it, like, years ago. So we started it. I was like, meh.
You've got to give it a few episodes because I don't remember, like, the beginning. You got to let them, like, set the table. But I have had some serious belly laughs since we've been rewatching it. Like, I'm sorry, the dean of the school, his name is Dean. Like, it's funny. It's so funny.
Well, I'm currently belly laughing to The Nanny. Like, I can't think about anything till I'm done with The Nanny. I didn't realize how many episodes of The Nanny I'd actually never seen.
Even though, like, you said that about Suits or whatever you were watching. You said, we'll watch Love Island UK Season 5, and you didn't.
I did say that. Well, in my defense, I never finished Suits because we got so into The Nanny. And, like, Suits, everybody says, like, after season 6, it goes downhill. But, like, my God, after season 6, does it go downhill? I can't believe. I felt like maybe I'm watching a show, like, at the time that maybe went on strike. And they hired some, like, people off the street to write the show because it's the dumbest shit. Like, I'm in shock. I'm like, okay, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, like, the Donna. Let me tell you this. Me and Ben were talking about it on an episode that he co-hosted with me. So Donna is the redheaded secretary who, like, runs the firm. Like, she knows everything about everyone, yada, yada. And this guy in, like, the IT department was like, I've been working on this project for years. And Donna, it's time I finally show it to you. And he created basically like an Alexa, but it's called the Donna. And they're taking it to market because it's like this, it's the digital secretary that everyone in the law industry needs. And they go to see investors and they're like, Donna's like going to quit the firm because like the Donna is taking off. Me and Ben were looking at each other. We're like, is this a spoof? And it like spanned over a few episodes. The Donna.
Is Meghan Markle still on the show?
Yeah, of course. I think does she leave at one point because no. Harry was after Suits.
No, during Suits.
It was at the very end. I don't know. Actually, that's
I feel
a good
like
question.
she left and then the show ended.
Well, I want to say like she's an amazing part of the show, but the show like isn't predicated on her. If any, I don't know if there's anyone. There's so many good characters. I don't know if there's anyone who if they left, the show would have had to end. It's a true ensemble cast.
No, but I don't know if it ended because of her, but like I think she left before it was over because she was on her way to being a princess.
Well, I don't know because I haven't gotten there.
Okay, keep me posted.
I probably won't because like I have no interest to go back and watch it.
That's a good way to end a show. Instead of being depressed that you finished all the episodes and it's over and like you go into like a show hangover, like instead let it just suck and you choose not to watch anymore because then it never ends.
Lost, like one of the most miserable experiences of my life was finishing Lost.
That's like Glee. I don't think I ever watched last season, and so like to me I never had to experience that sadness of it being over.
Jackie, 100%. I have rewatched Glee maybe 3 or 4 times, and I watched it live when it was airing, and I have never, ever seen the final season.
Yeah.
Every time I rewatch it, you have the same cycle of like emotions. Like, I'm kind of getting over this. This show is stupid. Oh, I forgot to keep watching.
Yeah.
It is good, actually.
It's nice.
But it's also really nice when like a show ends perfectly. Schitt's Creek. Like, you don't feel like drawn out, you miss it. Like that's it. They always say it's like a privilege to be able to end your own show when there's still like a huge audience.
Yeah. Okay, well, those were the Fast 5 stories. I feel as though you did need to know them as you head into your weekend.
Let's talk about next week. Because it's very much up in the air.
West Coast Turdy.
So Monday's episode of next week will be in audio only because I am traveling that day and I'm speaking on a panel too. Tuesday, I am recording with someone in Los Angeles. Should I say who? Like, it's confirmed.
Sure.
Jackie Schimmel. She's never been on the Toast, and I love her.
So exciting.
And honestly, it'll be a Jackson Claude. Like,
Jackson Claude.
No, and like, I think I'm like funny and mean and sharp. Like, she's going to blow me out of the water. Like, I'm actually afraid.
Can't wait.
Wednesday is what I'm going to LA for. So Jackie will be holding down the fort with an episode.
TBD with who? I've got some things brewing.
Thursday, I have Heather McDonald, my other queen. And Friday, I'm still working on. I'm trying to nail an interview.
Can't wait. This is very exciting. We love LA Turdy. So bear with us for next week.
LA. And just note the episodes that I'm recording with people in LA, I will be on Western? What's it called? Pacific?
West Coast.
Pacific time. So for the Pacific Coast girlies, you're fine. But the New York girlies, the episodes are delayed when I'm in LA. So just keep that in mind for your schedule and your routine.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Turdy. We look forward to seeing you on the West Coast and what you have in store for us.
I got to pack, scrub my spray tan off, get a new spray tan. Like, you know, the whole, like, that's what I'm doing this weekend, like before the big trip.
Great. Well, we'll see you next week. Everyone, keep your heads up.
Stay safe.
Try and find some pockets of peace, but we also, you know, we can't be ignorant to what's going on. So It's a balance of that.
Thank you guys so much for all the positive feedback this week. You are buoying us legitimately.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my God, I opened a message that made me hysterically cry yesterday. Like, the Toasters are just so nice. Like, for real.
And they always know what to say.
No, and she was just like, I see what you're doing, and like, I can't donate much, but like, I'm a very skilled website developer. If any Jewish organizations need like any sort of like website help, like just offering anything she could offer and like her time and her experience, like I was so moved by it. And I sent her information around and I just messaged her. I was like, this was so, like, I was just so moved by this. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No, everybody is contributing so much. And like, we've been sharing so many wonderful organizations that you can donate to. And like, the Toasters are donating, and it's so nice to see. It does not go unnoticed. And we know that we're sharing a lot of links, and every time we share, like, and if it's like a small org and we know the person, they're like, oh my God, they're so shook by the response that they get. And it's like, just you guys continuing to donate and give, and it's amazing.
And like, seriously, I will never forget like the kindness and generosity and just like the empathy of our community this week, and just like giving us space and being like, you don't have to record an episode. Like, just true understanding and true allyship. And I'm deeply, deeply moved and comforted by it.
Yeah, me too. And we will not forget it.
So thank you so much for listening to the Toast the Millennial Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where we listen to podcasts. Find us to Toast a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Love you dearly. I'm Yisrael Chai.
Love ya. Bye.